Hi. Okay, Bar Wilkes. Hey, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. So happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Becky Brown Girl Show. Sorry, I'm a little delayed. I just saw something really crazy when I was about to start, and I was trying to figure out what was going on with that. I don't know who among you follows, what is the name of that page? Dirty Street Confessions? I'm trying, and I see somebody got like burned really horribly. And I don't know if it's the main guy who usually does the I like that for you, like he does the street interviews, but whoever it is, it's really terrible. So, prayers to him. Hopefully he'll be all right. But in any case, once again, welcome to the Becky Brown Girl Show. I am your host, and tonight we are going to be talking about dating with a wide age gap. What are your thoughts on dating somebody significantly younger or older, or are you in a relationship with that dynamic? And how does that work for you? Do you think it works? Is it something that you would consider? Would you never consider doing that? I just kind of want to get people's take on that. So I was thinking about this, of course, because of what's going on, unless you live under a rock, with Diddy and the Cassie situation. And obviously there is a significant difference in their age. I think he's like 17 or 18 years older. I believe he met her when she was, or not met her, but rather started dating her when she was 21-ish. I think that's what I read. And he was almost 40. And again, that situation was excessive. And based on what is being alleged that he was doing to her and subjecting her to, that's really horrible. For the fact that it was settled so quickly, I feel like, where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. However, that doesn't look good, not to mention, things that other people have said about him. And again, that's an extreme circumstance, right? I do feel like sometimes when a guy who is an adult is dating somebody who is or has a relationship, a friendship with somebody who is still a teenager, and then suddenly, when she turns 18, now he's dating her, it's definitely giving he was grooming her. And I don't think that's cool. However, so I'm not suggesting that every relationship with an older man, younger woman dynamic, because you typically see that more than in the reverse, is a problem. I will say those types of relationships, when they're exceptionally young, is a problem when they're underage. And then suddenly, when they become legal, I still consider somebody that age a child, whether they're legally an adult or not. So, I look forward to other people's thoughts on this. But at the same time, it's kind of like globally, it's normalized for older men to date and pursue younger women, for procreation and blah, blah, blah. Not that they only pursue them for that reason, but I understand the appeal of a younger woman. She's beautiful, she's in her prime, not necessarily in a sexual peak, but I get it. It's an ego boost to an older man, to have a younger woman on his arm. She doesn't have as much life experience necessarily, so she's probably potentially more coachable. Not saying more easily manipulated, although it could be that too, but definitely, there is, I think, some more receptiveness to listening, to what your older partner has to say versus what he might encounter dealing with an older, more experienced woman, who's not going to fall for the okie doke. Anyway. Also, I kind of wanted to touch on how when I was coming up, I'm a Gen Xer, right? It was totally normal, right? Like even in entertainment, the songs that were being made, like think about the songs that were really popular back in that era, like Tenderoni and Father Figure and what is the other song? There's a couple of them like that. Oh, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, made by a teenage girl. Well, we're not even gonna get into all of that. But one of my personal favorites, which was Keith Sweat, Right in the Wrong Way. You may be young, but you're ready to learn. You're not a little girl, you a woman. And I was singing right along and not knowing how like creepy and cringy that sounded. But imagine a song like that being made nowadays. I mean, that would never fly. So anyway, so I see, just going to the comments here. Okay, so hold on, let me rewind. I personally have tended to date men who were like around my age or a little bit older, historically. A little bit older. Like I never wanted necessarily in my 20s to be with a man who was like twice my age. That had no appeal to me. Like I was attracted to, young, virile, like athletic. I wanted the appearance of, of youth because they were young. So being with an older man never personally had an appeal to me at that age. But I do know, again, that, some younger women do like to date older men. I don't necessarily think it's about, appeal. I guess I'd have to kind of survey them. I think it's about what they think they can get out of an older man, but maybe some of y'all on here might refute what I have to say. Now, what about now? Well, now I'm an auntie and an OG, so I've changed my perspective a little bit. I never kind of had an interest in dating somebody younger because, and I don't know if this is like scientifically the case, but men tend to mature more slowly than women, and so the idea of being with somebody who is younger than me didn't necessarily have any appeal also more recently. However, men in their 30s, some in their 20s even, which is wild as hell to me because I have a 21-year-old son, they be trying to holler, and I'm like, I have a son that's almost your age. Absolutely not. I mean, that's some of them be looking good. But yeah, it depends on the individual. But when I say significantly like younger or older, I'm thinking at least 10 years, 10, 15, potentially 20. It depends. It really depends. But I'm curious, to know what y'all think about. I know a lot of men like to date younger women, and I get it. I totally get the appeal. But at the same time, like, besides her stimulating you physically, is she stimulating you intellectually, or do you not care about that? I don't know. Like, I can't. You got to stimulate my mind. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that a younger person couldn't do that, but I feel like I want to engage with somebody that I can relate to, that has similar experiences, Shut up, Mike. He said once she hits menopause, her ass is out. Meanwhile, how old are you? It's the audacity for me. Let me go back to the beginning and see what y'all talking about. So who would like to join and share their thoughts on this topic? Because you know how I feel about talking to myself. Okay, so Bar Wilkes, I see you were trying to come on earlier. I don't know if you actually want to come on and join me, but I see you said depends on the age. I think 15 years is a cap. Yeah, like on the upper end, I think like at the age I am now, which is almost 50, I don't know. I can't really envision dating somebody who's like 60. I mean, no offense to, anybody who's that age. At this point, I just can't envision dating somebody who's 60. Now, I could be totally wrong. He might come in here, dapper, salt and pepper, like active, has to be active. He has to be active. I don't care what age he is. He has to be, because even a young guy, who's inactive could not be given what it's supposed to give. You know what I mean? So Joshua Trentine, you said older man tends to be compatible with younger women. But why is that? Is it because they're more malleable? Is it because they're, are they easier to lead? You don't get all that back talk from these old biddies. What is it? Okay, I'm not a Kevin Samuelite, Stefan. So, and I don't know what the wall is. What you talking about? I agree, Andy. After you get to a certain age, I think it's like the age difference isn't as much of a factor, because you have more and similar, ideally types of life experiences that you can kind of connect on. But when you're talking about a 20-year-old, like my son told me, I don't know how far it's actually gone, but he's 21, that he's like talked to women who are 30. And I'm like, I can't imagine at 30 years old. And he's a handsome guy. And I'm not just saying that because I'm his mama, but I can't imagine wanting to talk to a 21-year-old. That's a child to me. Or maybe it's because he is my child, but that's just kind of my personal feeling on that. Or if anyone wants to share their, thoughts on the Cassie Diddy situation. I mean, I feel like that's been discussed to death. Okay, that guy, V. Let's see what you talking about. Are you coming or not? I don't know if I think cougars are normalized. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, so introduce yourself to the people, but one other thing that I wanted to ask people to do, because it is Thanksgiving week, and I know everybody doesn't like celebrate it as Thanksgiving, but most of you are probably going to get together with your family and loved ones and eat a lot of food. So whatever you want to call it, right?
Mhm.
I would like to know at least one thing that you are grateful for on this Thanksgiving week.
Oh, I say football. I love it. I love it. You get to eat and you can watch football. I'm grateful for football. How about that?
Okay, well, this is going to determine if I let you stay or not. Who is your
Oh,
team? Oh my God. Bye.
mm, who's your team?
You must not follow me, sir. It's
I do,
Birdman.
but oh, so you must be an Eagles fan.
Of course.
Pope
Absolutely.
baby, Pope baby, Pope baby.
I'm an OG Philly John. So
Oh,
I don't live there anymore,
uh,
but that's the hometown. So
well, I can respect that. I can respect that.
but we see what you're talking about and how long I will let you stay. And what is your
Mhm.
name? Where are you from? Introduce yourself to the people,
All right, I'm
please.
V. I'm from Virginia. Richmond, Virginia, born and raised.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what did you say your name was again? Because I didn't hear that.
V.
V.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna go with that today.
Who you hiding from?
Everybody. No,
Jets.
I'm playing. Oh, six of my kids. No, I don't have six kids. I'm just playing.
Okay. So since you're here, what are your thoughts on that older, well, I won't even just say older man, younger woman dynamic, but like what are your thoughts on, a large age gap in general?
Well, it depends because for me, I'd rather have an older woman because it's more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Seasoned?
Stable. I'll put it that way. Um, a lot of guys, as they get older, they tend to gravitate towards the younger women because it's more energy, more sex driven, more, as you were saying, you can pretty much manipulate or mold a woman how you want her to be because once you all hit a certain age, it just is what it is. Y'all do what you want. Can't tell her nothing, nothing. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'd rather have a older woman because things mean more. It's just like a skillet. When you go to cook, the seasons are there. They never die. They have meaning. You know, you can still taste things you can learn from an older woman, and the communication is different. It very much is. It's not. I've dated 6 years younger than me. Oldest, it's been 12 years older than me, and it's a very, very different lifestyle. Um, and I also have a 15-year-old daughter, and I look at what's out here, and I look at older men, and I see how things are. As you know, it me as a man, I like I said, I rather have an older woman because everything's more, everything has meaning. Everything, you know, there's a guidance in there, you know, for the both of you. It's not too much of a tug and pull or manipulation type of thing.
Do you have, since you have, because that is a question that I wanted to ask, some of the fellas that have daughters, like if you are dating, and again, I'm not judging whether I think is, there's something wrong with it. I don't, like, people should do whatever makes them happy,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you're not like doing something illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's no way in the world I would be dating an 18-year-old, like
Mm,
gross.
nah,
But
nah,
but
man, I
but
couldn't.
but there are men out here who be like, well, she's legal. Ew. I
Yeah,
mean,
and I'm gonna tell you where that comes from. That, like I said, those are the ones that have had issues with getting some. We'll keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? Like they look for the easy kill because they don't have any. They're not the alpha male. They don't have any self-esteem because if you do, you're not looking for an easy kill. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me, that's damn near perverted. You know what I'm saying? If not, it
see,
is. You know, like. 35-year-old man looking for 18. To be honest with you, shoot, even at 25, you shouldn't even be looking downward. You should be looking upward.
again, so I'm not gonna say, because I do know people. I do know like some guys who are dating women who are younger, and they work together.
Hmm.
Like she's, because women tend to mature, not all, right? But the situation that's coming to mind, like
Hmm.
she's much more mature and together. Um, and so I understand if you have somebody who is kind of just figuring life out. By the way, you can still be doing that when you're old too.
Oh, yes,
So,
indeed.
um, so it's not, so age matters. It has relevance, but I just like, what in the world could I possibly have in common with a guy in his 20s besides the sex? Like absolutely nothing.
And
And
I mean, that you are exactly right. There's pretty much nothing because they're still learning life. And when I say that, they're still, like you said earlier, they're still babies. Like, what can you really do? It's like changing a diaper all over again when you got one, out the coop. You're not really looking for anybody you can pretty much raise again or drag them along like a puppy dog. Nobody, unless you got something wrong with you, the way I see it, you know what I'm saying? Like you want somebody that's on your level. Now, talking to somebody, getting to know somebody, you can sense either they're older or they're just young and mature.
Mhm.
um and that's No, no, nah. Can't go down that road. Nah, nah.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at one of the comments. I'm
Mm,
from Nola Legend. So I don't know how old. What? Do you, King Smitty? So King Smitty says younger women like older men because they know how to treat a woman. Y'all know how to treat a woman because the only way you're gonna keep that up. Look, a lot of guys when they get to be a certain age, I'm not saying across the board, because there's some fine looking men in their 40s and up. But a lot of guys just kind of feel like, well, I got money, I have status now. They don't really worry about kind of keeping themselves up in their appearance. They don't feel like they have to. And
mm,
so they think now this woman wants them because why? She wants you because of what you're going to do for her. She's your trophy. She's your PYT. She's your yes daddy. She's
mhm,
that. And it feeds your ego. And
mhm,
I'm talking about like a super young, because again, there's some women in their 20s who are established,
mhm,
um, and may have something to offer, and when you get into your 30s, I don't even really think it's as much of an issue as it is when you're talking about somebody who's younger with
mhm.
somebody who's significantly older. um but otherwise, she's not like, ooh, I just really want this old man because he's like super fine. She wants you because
You
you know
got something to give her. You're right. You are exactly right. And
probably
see, most
look, y'all look, y'all are not in your peak in your 40s. Sorry. So
y'all are. That's when y'all supposed to be peaking.
that's I'm saying. So,
That's what I'm saying.
so it ain't the sex. Ha
Mm,
ha.
now it's the access. See, those guys look for the easy access. They ain't looking for, the longevity of it. They're looking for easy access and they thinking pretty much with their penises. That's all that is. And what they can show off, kind of like the younger woman, oh, I got a sugar daddy. Well, he's not really my sugar daddy. He's my daddy. The access to finances, stability, being able to be treated like a princess instead of a queen, that's how that role
Yeah. So,
goes. It's a quote unquote fair exchange, but it really holds no weight.
well, right, for the person who said that they treat um like older men know how to treat younger women. Well, why don't you know how to treat a woman that's your own age?
Mm,
Why?
mm,
Why?
I
Why?
told you. It's
Make it make
See, they
sense.
go younger because, and I'm telling you from a man's perspective, because they it's kind of like a beta thing, they can't hang with the ones that's right there at their level or higher. They go younger, to flaunt because they didn't have back then, or it's pretty much a keep up with the Joneses and easy access because at the end of the day, you can get a younger girl, manipulate her mind, get the draws, and all you got to do is show her a little something shiny or take her a little nice restaurant and just feed her ego as well as she's feeding yours. That's all it boils down
Hold
to. I
on.
mean,
So M. Rucker said he dated women in their 30s and 40s when he was in his teens. Look, as I said, me personally, and I know there, are definitely, older women who be getting their cougar on. Like,
bro said when he was in his teens.
yeah, like,
Oh, that if you in your teens and you dating a woman in their 30 and their 40s, that's sex. That's
it's no different than in the reverse. It's no different than in the
mm,
reverse. It's just not.
well,
It's
if you
just not.
in your teens, even at 18, that's still kind of like some. You might as well call it what it is.
No, no, no,
That's like,
no. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying it's
yeah.
no different than in the reverse. If it's an older man dating a woman that age, that's not okay.
Oh
Like, I
no,
wish an old biddy would come and try to. We fighting, right?
all day shit. No
Well,
man,
like I said, there was this young guy. I didn't realize how young he was initially until I started doing like further investigation, because he's kind of like, he's built, got a beard and the whole thing. But
mm.
like when I did some further investigating, I was like, how old are you? He's 26. Mm-mm.
See,
Mm-mm.
and you say you almost 50. You're almost
Yeah,
50,
I'm gonna be
right?
50 in March. Yep.
March what?
I, I gotta tell you all that.
Mine's the 10th. Mine's the 10th. That's the only reason I
Oh
had.
nah, I'm an Aries. I'm the 29th. I'm the 29th.
Boo. Boo.
Um,
But I mean, let me ask you this: if you wouldn't have done your investigation, would things continued on?
would have figured out like
Mm,
just
mm,
in the communication that he was younger than I realized. But like I said, it didn't take me too long to be I knew he was younger, but I
mm,
just didn't realize he was like that much younger. Already I feel like 35 is my lower limit. Um 30, yeah, 35 is the lower limit. And before I would have said absolutely not. But if he has kids already, that's a plus. Cause don't come like if you don't got no kids, then you just go ahead with yourself. Like it's pointless, right?
Oh, why? Why?
What'd you say?
Why? You want some more babies, but don't want to have them?
Who me?
Hmm.
I don't want damn babies. The only babies that's gonna be in my future, my distant future, would be coming from my son.
Hmm.
When
Okay.
when
Well,
I'm a granny.
let me ask you this about your 26-year-old. Like I said, if you didn't do your investigation and you let the vibes flow, would you? I mean, like, was it good? I mean, was everything cool? I
No, no,
mean, was
it
the only
didn't
turn
even
off was the age?
it didn't get the it didn't like get to that level of it didn't get to that level. So not all I'm saying is it didn't take me too long to figure out that he was much younger than I realized, and so that was a no. But see, I would love to hear from a woman who dates men who are younger, because see, the thing that you were saying about stability, I I had like a couple situations where I dated somebody who was younger, like when I was younger. And it's like too much. Mm-mm, that's I'm gonna say It's, it's not, speaking of stability, it's too much instability. I can't.
Mhm.
Like I can't be with anybody who's like unpredictable. Like, and I don't mean stability, I mean instability like from a financial perspective. I mean from like a like you might like go off and do some wild shit. I can't.
Mhm.
So
Hmm.
I can't have no association with that. But so does anyone else want to join? I don't really see too many ladies on here. Because I was talking to some folks earlier. Oh wait, I'm that damn diva, so you should join. Right, because
Oh,
she said his money.
uh,
What about the heads with younger women?
yeah, she should join. That'd be interesting.
The broke old heads, I don't know. Like, what would even be the point of that? The only see what? Like that doesn't even compute in my mind. Why, as a young woman, would you be with an older man who's broke? The only thing that it could be about is the D. And I don't care how good the
I
D
ain't,
is. Why would you be with an older man who's
I,
broke as a
I've
young
never heard of
woman?
that. I've never. That's one thing I can say. And all of my life of living, and I've been everywhere. Not everywhere, I was in the army for 4 years, and I've traveled. I'm a truck driver, and I've dated women and stuff like that. I've never heard of a woman, I don't care what age she is, committing to a broke dude. He's had to offer something. You get what I'm saying?
The
Like you
D.
said, it might just be the D,
It's the D.
but still, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm,
Uh,
mm-mm.
so so pardon my press says an older woman doesn't want to be treated; they want to be partnered. Yep.
I dig it.
Um, my okay. So my last John, so Web De Niro says was 36, which is 10 years younger than I am. She is more mature than most women I know my age. Okay.
Say that again. He's how old?
I guess he's 46. He was saying she was 10 years younger. And
Oh, well, that makes sense because you're at it. Like I said, you're up there in age. She's up there in age. That makes sense. But
so
anything younger, like I say, 25, and hasn't even experienced life. So what could there be to offer besides sex? I mean, there really isn't.
Um, does somebody else wait? Women dating men significantly younger don't make much sense because men are supposed to be protectors and providers. The reverse isn't true. So so the dynamics are mad different.
Bro
Yeah,
said, "Oh,
that is the way it's supposed to be, I guess. But again, I don't think necessarily him being younger means that he is not in a position to do those things. It depends on the individual. It also depends. King Smitty, I'm going to send you. Uh, I'm gonna send you a request.
hold on." Diva talking about erectile dysfunction is real. I don't know.
Well,
My grandpops was kicking it.
listen. Hold on. You can't speak on that. If it, you can only speak on yourself. So,
I know I come from good genes. I was gonna say, shoot, my grandpops was 80, still getting it, so I know I'm gonna be all right.
and how do you know?
Because I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I
Hello.
put it
Okay.
that way.
Okay. So King Smitty, please introduce yourself to the people. Let them know where you're from, and one thing that you are thankful for this Thanksgiving week, please.
Yeah, this is Marcus Smith from Philadelphia. I'm right now in Frisco, Texas, visiting a friend, and I like this topic.
Okay, but what are you thankful for, though? You didn't tell me what you're thankful for.
Oh, I didn't hear you. What you say?
What are you thankful for? I'm asking everyone to tell me something that they're thankful for since it's Thanksgiving week.
Oh, yeah, I'm thankful for my family. Thankful for my friends. Thank you for my kids. Just thankful for waking up this morning. Anything
Yes.
as far as like I said, there's a lot of people that's not blessed that don't wake up today. So just the fact that God woke us up this morning is the first blessing.
Indeed, indeed it is. So what are your thoughts on this topic? Do you think that do you think that um that dynamic works? Um, have you ever dated an older woman? Do you prefer younger women? Like, what's your own preference?
Um, well, when I was married, my wife was 2 years younger than me, but I
That's not a
dated a woman
significant difference.
8 years younger than me. It was chemistry. Sometimes it's not about a lot of people think it's about the sex or it all depends on what you're looking for. Really, chemistry is everything. So if you have chemistry with an older woman or a younger woman, I mean, it's just certain people that you're not going to be compatible with. It just all depends on their individual, how they are, if they're mature enough, and I think how you are as an individual, uh, what characteristics you like in a woman. Everybody that's you could be a older woman that's fast. You may not like that type of woman, but you'll find chemistry in whoever you have, you have a good conversation with, or like you said, intellect. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the thing people don't understand is we're all getting older, and the thing is, you're not going to perform like we was when we was like 25 and 30 years old. You're not going to perform like
Get you
that.
some of them honey packs.
Oh yeah.
Y'all
No, but
using
we
poison.
still, I mean, like I said, you still have those things, as a man, you still have those things, but you're still not performing at that level as we get older. Are you looking for short term or are you looking for love? If you're looking for longevity, then at a certain age, your man is not going to be like that. So what else do you have? You
Of
can't look
course.
for, when I was 25, you looking for that when you're 25, 30, and maybe your early 40s. But you see that as you get older, you're looking for longevity, somebody you can fall in love with and be with for a long time instead of this short term stuff that's going on.
Of course. Of course that's true. However, part of the reason why it's yes, it's not, it can't just be about the sex. Like, there has to be connection beyond that, like friendship, and
Right.
you have other interests outside of sex, because you're right, you're not going to be functioning at that level. Well, I mean, I'm assuming you're not going to be
Well,
functioning at that
well, I'm
level.
saying, I'm
But
saying,
look. He just said his grandfather, into his 80s. So okay, get it, granddad. But but I, but yeah, you have, like, for me, I I need, like, you know stimulation outside of
oh,
something
absolutely.
physical.
We don't live in the bed. You can't live in the bed
No, no,
24
no,
hours a day. So
no.
that's why I say you got to have chemistry outside of the bedroom. Somebody that, if you like to travel, um, like I said, if you have, I mean, certain things we're looking for. Like you said, you ain't looking for a bum. And a lot of times, like the guy was telling you, you could be a professional. It's not about, what corporate jobs we have, or whether we work at law firms or anything like that. We can work at law firms regardless. It's not about that. You can't, when God calls us home, we can't take none of this stuff with us. So you want to have a good woman that, you vibe with, you got this chemistry with, and that you basically, that you want to build with, you know?
Right. No, I agree. I would like to hear from a woman's perspective, besides my own, of course. About dating somebody younger or older, because again, I think, like, most of the women that follow me are around my age. Um, as
Eva.
as I said, most, like, from my experience, if a guy is not necessarily looking to have, like, children, then I think there's a potential for, there's a potential, maybe if he's like 38, 9. I think that it has more potential than if he's like closer to the 35 end, for it to be something more long term. But
But suppose
I don't know.
suppose he's not mature. So you putting an age limit on stuff, as far as that. But suppose he's not mature. Just try to find somebody, if you got it with chemistry. Don't put an age
No, I
bracket on
know,
stuff.
but what I'm saying is, I'm not dating somebody younger than that, because then I start to
Right.
feel like,
Yeah. No. No.
what are we going to have in common? We are at
Exactly.
different places. We're at different places in our lives. So again, there has to be some synergy between where we are and what we're looking for. So it doesn't just have to be, well, he doesn't want to have kids, so now, maybe we can figure this out. Like,
Right.
we just might not be into the same things. And I consider myself very, like, youthful for my age, but
Lucky.
still, well, thank you. But still, I have some friends who were, like, in their 30s, friends. And I've hung out with them, and I'm like, oh my God, like, this ain't it.
We all
So,
do.
like,
We all do.
uh,
But it's really about chemistry. Don't put an age bracket on stuff. You'll be surprised that people say, "Oh, I introduced a friend. I think she was like 42. He was like 38, and she was like, oh, no, he's too young for me." Until she had a conversation with him, the whole thing changed. She was like, "Mom, I didn't know he was this mature." I said, I told you that before. I said, you stop putting the age limit on stuff and just find out what the guy has to offer. Get a chance to know him. Learn what his aspirations is. Ask him what his 5-year goal is. I think people, need to learn how to be people's friends first, and get a chance to know them from that aspect, and then we can move on.
and I know, but and I know that that's rarely the way it works. Like, once somebody establishes that they are attracted to you, their goal is to well, at least from a man's perspective, he's going to try to sleep with you, like, as soon as he can. I mean, now he might wait you out, right? But he's not waiting you out
But
alone. He's
let me
sleeping
tell
with
you something.
somebody. So it's not really because he just wants to be your friend. It's just because he's waiting you out until you give in. So I've learned, I have learned something over the course of time that I've been doing these lives.
But think about this. It's easy. It's just think about it. In the society we live in today, it's so easy to get sex, but it's hard as hell to find love. Somebody who got
Yes.
your back, somebody who basically have your best interests at heart. We men can find sex anywhere, but do you really want that? I mean, to a certain degree, you want a woman that basically that can be your friend, that your ride or die chick, that you can hang out with. You know what I'm saying? You can have a good time with her. You can travel with her. You know what I'm saying? You can do a lot of good things with her and grow with her and stuff. But, the short-term stuff don't live long.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But again, I think it just really depends on what the
what the individual was looking for.
Yeah, exactly. But so I would like to try to see if I could get a couple other folks on before I wrap up. Maybe I can get
That's a good
that damn diva. What you say?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't. Do you know her, V?
It's funny because we both follow each other on Instagram. Like, we've never met in person, but we stay communicating. She's very fun. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
And I'm a likable person, so it's kind of, easy. Everybody likes me. So.
No, I'm just kidding. No, you
You good.
Nice. You seem like a nice guy. I'm just messing with you. So sexy girl 4 4. Okay, yeah, that looks like a bot. I don't even know what the hell's going on.
Like the police. Oh shit! No, I'm playing.
So Ern, Tuck, would you like to join? So you guys have to.
All right.
Yourself out of here, but I appreciate you joining me though.
Thanks,
and
Dave.
Sharing your perspective.
Happy holidays
to you, and don't I hope you bring in something wherever you're going. Are y'all
Nah, I just bring myself. That's it.
But and don't be trying to take no whole bunch of to-go plates. At least try to clean up or take the trash out and do something. Don't just go over there freeloading.
I don't
freeload on somebody's couch. Huh?
No, I'm the life of the party. That's what I do. I bring myself. That does everything. That does wonders. Everybody, they bring me plates. They bring. You gotta eat. You gotta eat, baby. I said, okay.
Vibes are definitely needed, but
I got you.
Thank you, Miss Greer.
I hear you. All right, thank y'all.
All right.
I appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
So let me see. Snack fit. So no, that damn diva. I wanted you to come on. I need a lady on. Or Earn Tuck or AA Ron. I see you on here. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I personally don't prefer I personally don't prefer there being too much of a disparity in age, because I don't know. I think a man who is too much older, depending on his spirit, may not be able to relate to me, because look, I'm not even gonna lie, I can be a little bit childish myself, and I'm far from a child, but a lot of people, as they get to be older, they're just, they're on a different vibe. So if he's like a youthful older guy, then sure. I mean, we might be able to kick it, but 60, which I can't even believe I'm saying, would be like my upper limit. But I'm definitely thinking like a younger guys is the better way for me to go, but not too young. Not too young. Like mid-30s, late 30s, early 40s is probably like a good zone for me to stay in terms of somebody who's younger. So I agree. Well, I think it depends on who you're talking to. he says it's so hard to talk to people below a certain age. I definitely feel that. Like I was saying earlier, can I cook? Does it matter? Is you marrying me? I mean, actually, when I get off of here, I have to make something for Thanksgiving dinner for your information. So, to answer your question, um, okay, why are you sending me eyes? 8 ball, and my mom said I'm blurry. Is my face blurry? I can't tell because it doesn't look like that to me. But anyway, um, so Ferrari 5 or Russell, do you want to join before I wrap up here? Um, anyone have any more thoughts on that Diddy situation? I actually just saw, see, the other thing that delayed me is um I just saw something about Jamie Foxx. I'm like, come on, yo. Like, now it's saying that he's, allegedly assaulted somebody at a restaurant or something. I don't know. Like, I don't like to jump to conclusions based on a headline because people will accuse people of a lot of things that don't necessarily turn out to be true. I like Jamie Foxx. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but some wild stuff going on out here. People got to be very wary, especially when they're in the public eye. So my vision is like Flavor Flav, huh? 8 ball. So that damn diva, why you don't join on camera? All right. Dads be in your lives. Give them. I don't know what you're saying there. Mr. Let's Go Now. I don't know what you're saying. Sorry. So Prince Khalil says he prefers the Cougars. Well, how old are you, Prince Khalil? Okay. No problem, Russell. Um, oh, okay. I will. So I'm gonna send you a request right now. That damn diva. I just want to get at least one lady's perspective before I sign off. Can you send me a request? Because I think I might be misspelling your name, actually. Um, yeah. Let me see something. Oh, okay. Never mind. Now I see what to do. And Khalil, how much older are the women that you're dating? Out of curiosity. Um, like my son's father is he's 6 years older than me, and we started dating when I was. Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Happy
Oh,
holidays.
happy holidays to you too. I'm so happy to have
I
a lady
know,
on.
right?
Um, so introduce yourself to the people. Let them
Hey
know where you're
guys,
from.
I am Nadia, that damn diva.
And so Nadia, please tell me one thing, at least one thing that you were thankful for this Thanksgiving week before you tell me your thoughts on
I am
dating.
thankful that I made it here to see this beautiful woman right here, my mom.
Hello. Happy Thanksgiving in advance.
Yeah, I'm cooking, girl.
Oh,
Cooking.
listen, I need to get off of here in a minute and do some of that myself.
Oh,
So what's on
okay.
the menu?
I got candy yam, I got green, I got rib, I
Okay.
got oxtail, I got ham. I got tater salad.
Okay.
I got chicken. What the other? Oh, I'm trying to think of dressing. I got
Okay.
dressing. Yeah.
She got the work.
That sounds delicious. I'm coming in. Where are y'all?
I'm located in Atlanta, but my mom is in DC, so I just flew in today just to spend the holidays with her.
Okay, well, that's not too far away, so I'm coming over, Mom. Is that okay?
Okay, that's
Yes,
right.
all is invited at our home.
That sounds delicious. So I hope you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving, and I'm so happy that you joined me. But since you're here, young
Yes,
lady,
yes,
so what would you say is somebody said bean, greens, tomatoes, you name it. Exactly.
yes.
Malt, lamb,
Yes,
ham.
yes,
So what is your take on, because I saw you said a lot of younger men approach
yes.
you. If you don't,
I'm 48.
oh, okay. Yo, see, you right behind me. I'm
Right,
49. So yep.
exactly. So
You
I
look
get
great.
them. Thank you. You do too.
Oh, thank you.
So I get them anywhere between 25 on up.
Yep.
And so my last ex, he was 40. And we kind of meshed. We did, but sexually we didn't.
He
So
couldn't hang.
no. That's why I said erectile dysfunction is real, okay? It don't matter.
Let me go ahead and sip on my wine. I'm not
Look, I
gonna
got the red cup going, girl.
Well, cheers. Cheers to that, right?
That's right.
No, I mean, look, what I'm gonna say is, fellas, like, of course, everybody might have something, individually going on with their health, but like, the more
Right.
active you are, a few episodes ago, my part one of Age Ain't Nothing But a Number was about like aging gracefully and what you can do to, prolong the dash, right? The
But
dash in between
I would
your birthday
def-
and your
I
death
would
day.
I would definitely like to tell the fellas, go to the doctors. Check on your health. Eat vegetables, work out, do whatever. Don't take no steroids because that shrinks you down there. It builds you here, but shrinks you down there.
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
Indeed.
but at a certain age, even as women, we
Yep.
have to move a different way. We're drinking more water now, we're exercising just to keep ourselves up. I find that dating the younger guys, they keep me vibrant because I have a high metabolism.
Mhm.
But when I deal with guys that's my age or older, they're in the bed by 9 o'clock. Okay.
Well, look. I be in the bed early too. However, I am active. I just get sleepy. I get sleepy early, so I have to take naps
Yeah,
if I'm gonna hang
And,
me
out late.
too.
and naps are definitely warranted. I'm learning to take naps now. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying, but the older guys are boring. They boring. I got one of them that sits in the house and he watches Sisters. He watches The Oval Room. I'm like,
Yeah, see, yes. So I definitely
That's
feel
all
like
right. Go.
it that's not necessarily an age thing. It could just be like he's more of a homebody. But I had a
Yeah.
situation like that as well. I like to go out. Like, I don't gotta be outside running the streets, but like when I'm with somebody, I want us to still date and go out and
and
do
go out.
fun, active things.
Mm.
And a younger guy, right, is gonna potentially want to still do those kinds of things. An older man, like you said, might be content to just be chilling in the
He
house.
fell
Mm-mm.
asleep at the bar, girl.
So what age range did you say? Well, I know you said who approaches you, but what is your preference?
My preference now, honestly, is anywhere between like 35 and 45.
Now, see,
Yeah.
that sounds like a good range. That sounds
Yeah.
like, but do
'Cause
you find that like younger men are still trying to like they're wanting to have kids still and that type of stuff?
Well, the ones that I actually run into, they already have the children. So they honestly just looking for somebody who don't have a lot of drama, who's
Yeah.
stable, who they don't have to finance, and just somebody that they can have fun with and learn from and vibe with.
See?
Yeah.
See? Sweat. Look. So again,
Mm.
before I was like absolutely not. I would definitely not date anyone who's under like
Right.
45. But
But
you know, in
you
the
better open that
no, no,
window a
no,
little bit.
no, I have.
Okay.
But in the time frame that I've been single, I've realized like, mm, by the way, older men, like men who are like right around our age, they be playing games too.
They
Like,
play too many
yeah, and I'm
games.
like,
That's the
come on,
problem.
man, you was too old.
You too
Like,
old for that. Sit down somewhere. You only got about a good 2 more years with that thing working. You know, it's better sit your butt down somewhere.
my God, now look,
I
look.
haven't even paid attention to none of this.
I'm
Oh my
not, I'm
goodness.
not talking about nobody's,
Well,
live
well,
this.
I will. Look, I will on this side, so you don't have to worry about it. Ask me anything. I am like an open book.
Uh, yeah, no, it's not all vibes. It is maturing.
Yeah,
That's what Snack Fit says. But no, so it isn't about that. You're right. Like
yeah,
I said earlier, I'm not just looking for somebody I'm sexually compatible with. I'm looking for somebody who stimulates me intellectually, who I
yes,
have similar interests to. We have similar goals. We're like
right.
heading in the same
And
direction
somebody
because
that ultimately makes you laugh and make you
yeah,
happy.
yes, and
Yes.
treats me well.
Let me tell
And
you,
treats me
I gotta
well.
tell you about that 27-year-old. He came and picked me up for a date, honey. He had not 12, but he had 24 long stem roses. I'm just saying, he knew how to start the date off right. He kept it upbeat. He kept it very adventurous. We played top golf. We went bowling. We had a time of our lives. But when he got the rocking in my chair like this, I said,
See, then they start getting crazy. That's why.
yeah, so it's a thin line right there. It's
Well, you
definitely a thin line.
can't. You just gotta sprinkle
Well,
them. Not you
well,
can't.
I'm dating, so at this point in time, I have been single for a year and a half, and so now I took that time out to date to
Mm.
see exactly what I want. I'm just coming out of a 20-year relationship, and
This sounds familiar. Yeah, this
and so
sounds
now,
very familiar.
I'm dating, and I mean, I'm having fun right now until I find out exactly what it is that I need.
So while you're here, let me just ask you this, because I'm gonna wrap up soon.
Okay.
Last week I did an episode on was that last week? No, the week before on dating, like dating them all versus like one at a time. Because I was always of the mindset like when I find somebody I like,
You
I
lock
lock
in.
in. And but that doesn't mean that he's looking at it as an exclusive situation, but I just naturally gravitate to the person that I like most, and anybody else that I might be,
Interested in, they fall to the wayside.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I said to myself, because in doing that I think you also get emotionally attached to
Too
somebody more
too
quickly, right?
attached.
Because
Yes,
you
very
spend more
quickly.
time with them, so it's easy to develop those feelings, right?
Yeah.
um but I feel like the date 'em all approach, and it works for some people, it's hard to juggle,
Well,
right?
no, you don't date them all. You narrow it down to you got to get your categories because what's important to you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It may be finances for a guy. It may be stability. It may be family. So
Mhm.
if you narrow it down to those three, you're dating them to see. You're vetting to see how you guys
Mhm.
mesh. You understand? And there's nothing
Mhm.
wrong with that. Guys do it all the time. It's five of us to them. You
they they
understand what I'm saying?
they do it all the
Yeah.
time. However,
They got one that cook, one that got,
right,
you know.
that wop.
Exactly. And that one that gives them that emotional stability that they need, because guys need that. They love that.
But the thing is that because I had a guy who, I was talking to tell me in like one of my early conversations with him, like, I can't talk to you if you're talking to other dudes.
Bye.
Sir, I know you fucking lying
Look,
because
bye.
I'm certain I'm not the only person that you're talking to, entertaining. You probably got a whole relationship.
Now,
Get your ass
now,
out of here.
let me give you a disclaimer. dating is not the same as having sexual encounters. So let me give that disclaimer, so I don't want anybody to think that we out here just,
Right.
hosting. I'm
Well,
not
that's
hosting. I am vetting. I am dating to find out what I want this time around. I'm in the last second phase of my life. I'll be 50 in 2 more years. You know what I'm saying? That last 50 years, I want it to be everything that I need for it to be, because I spent the first year giving all of me.
yep, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's time for me to take care of me and have what I want. And I'm going to have that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have that.
Exactly. I feel
Yes.
you. I feel
But
all
I
of
would
this. Like,
definitely tell you I am having a time of my life dating. Okay. Yes.
oh, I love it. I'm like,
Yes.
I've gotten I wouldn't describe it as a time of my life. I would definitely describe it as like,
It's been some bad and some rough times, but those are the ones that we get emotionally connected with too
yeah,
fast.
right. But so I said, what I did say is, I was just gonna like chill and take a break because
Yeah.
I want I want to be certain about what it is that I actually want. Because in the beginning, I thought I had a very definitive idea, but it's evolved because I've been single about the same time
Yes.
frame as you
Yes.
have. So I believe me, I understand.
Now
And
I gave it a year before I started dating because
okay,
I
well,
had
see,
to.
that's where I went wrong because I
Yeah,
did
because
not.
I had to start, the old saying, the best way to get over a man is to get under a new one. That's not my philosophy. My philosophy is let me analyze the things that I did wrong or what I could have done better in my relationship so that it makes me better for the next man. You know what I'm saying? So I did some
Yep.
self-evaluation, learn how to meditate, learn how to love on me a little bit more. I date myself. I took myself to the Eric Roberson concert by myself, got all dressed up, got in the Uber, and just learned to be by myself and to be happy.
Audio.
And that helped me to attract a better quality of men.
I think I'm in
So
there.
Wait, not you over here. Sorry, not you over here with the mic already in your hand.
I
Listen,
Here with the mic in
listen.
my hand, mystical. Okay.
What's going on? What's going on? I'm recording my podcast right now, but I was listening to you the whole ride up here, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be interesting." I said, "I'm gonna just call in and just make it happen." And then my producer heard y'all talking. He was like, "What's going on with these women? They sound interesting." So it was like I was like, they might. So I'm gonna just keep my request on. If they pick up while I'm recording the episode, I'm gonna stop and talk to y'all. But what's up?
Okay. So, so introduce yourself to the people. Quickly
What's
tell me what
going
you're
on? So
into.
first off, uh, I'm Eric. Boom, Salvery. I don't know what my camera is. Boom, Salvery. I always knock the camera out when I do my intro. I am the host of the House of Boom podcast. You can find me on Spotify, YouTube, and all those beautiful places.
okay.
And it's an interesting conversation. Older women, relationships, and age.
Yes.
Age. What'd you say, Becky? The age ain't nothing but a number. Now that song is creepy. All that good
No,
stuff. Uh,
saying earlier is like a lot of stuff that that we were brought up on, and by the way, not even just here in our society, but like globally, it's
hmm
not uncommon for that dynamic for old men to be dating young girls, like even women
hmm
who here would be considered underage. That's
Right.
not out of the norm of what is socially acceptable in some of those other cultures. Now here,
Mm.
you can get you can get your ass in a lot of trouble. So at least you need to
Yeah.
stick with somebody who's legally an adult. um but
Yeah.
I was really talking about it more from the perspective outside of that scenario,
Mm.
right?
Right.
Have you ever dated
Okay.
younger?
Yeah, like
I go. Uh, I go 5 years down, 3 years up.
how old are
Hmm.
you?
I'm 39.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so why? So I'm just out of curiosity. Why 3 years up? I mean, it's your own personal. I'm just curious why
I don't know
three.
why I say 3 years up. I think three. It's just the rule. It's just like 3 years. That's about it. You know what I mean? And 5 years down, I don't know. I just made it up one day. I said it sounds good.
maturity level, making sure that we kind of
Not a same.
are in the same range when we have conversations. Lingo, you know, I don't want to say something that it's a slang word and it'd be like, what is that from? That
Right.
sound old. I ain't trying to get rid of that.
Or,
um,
or sometimes when, you know, like when I talk to my colleagues who are some of them,
mhm.
you know, millennials, like mid 30s millennials or early 30s millennials, and I say certain things and they look at me like I have two heads. I'm like, oh my God,
Right.
get your ass out of
Yeah,
here. So
yeah.
I can appreciate, like, I get that, right? But
Well, I know these young whippersnappers on your heels, Becky Brown Girl, because you keep it young and you in the gym. So you know what I mean. It ain't really. You probably turn, huh?
they're usually usually I would say in the like in the 30s, early 40s. A couple like I said, there was one recently who, you know, was 26, but I didn't realize how much younger he was at first. I knew he was young. I was thinking like early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
when I was looking
Having a
more, I was like,
conversation with them, everything wasn't just flowing.
I said, wait, no, it wasn't even the conversation. It was just that when I started looking at him more closely, I was like, he's like super young. I can't. It's
Had those
fine though.
before.
He's fine.
Yeah, rocking in that chair. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Now somebody said something about after a certain age stuff start working. Man, let's just get you some pineapple sea moss
I
and you'll be good
tried
to go.
that. I tried the honey pack. I used to stop by the gas
Oh
station
shit.
on my way
Not
to
the
his
gas
house. Yes,
station.
I made a whole
Gonna-
concoction with the ginger, the pineapple, and the little honey. I mean, you know, I'm big and I'm on health, you know, and I'm like, I read up on there, you know, this can help, you know.
But
Hmm.
but sometimes it's the you know, it's a diet, or maybe they have some underlying health
Health
issue if they drink and
Hmm.
issues.
smoke a lot.
And that was
Yeah.
one of the issues, but he wouldn't even go to the doctor to see about it.
Well,
And
look,
when you have
So
somebody
he
that's
was ignorant.
willing to stick with you through all of that, I mean,
yes, earn, Tuck, exactly. So, and that is definitely that's like, I understand that can happen to a guy
Hmm.
from time to time, but if it's consistently an issue and I'm not having an issue, then that's gonna that ain't it.
yeah.
Like,
Well, listen, health is wealth, fellas. If you need to, you know, get rid of the booty, dude, come holler at me. I'm a personal trainer, as well as a podcast host, and you know, I'm just telling you, if you trying to shoot your shot at Becky, she gets it in, gets it in, gets it
Okay.
in. Yeah, all right. So
Okay.
you gotta come correct or don't
yeah,
come at
don't
all. Um,
you got to
Look,
be active. You got to be
look, now
active.
he
And I
putting
don't
you
mean
out
get
there.
active.
He
I don't
putting
mean
you
get
out there,
active like we
Becky.
fighting. I don't mean like that. I mean get
the
active.
fact that the fact that Becky is single is astounding to me. I'll be honest with you. But that's another story for another day.
See, I date.
No,
I, I date.
I ain't committed
We just had this
relationship.
conversation and you continue to date. Do that.
I
Continue.
actually wanted to
Yes.
take a break because I've not been encouraged by, you know, my experiences. I'm not saying everyone that,
You have
you know, I
to raise your
Somebody said they
vibration.
want Becky.
Raise your
Sheesh.
vibration.
would say. Oh,
Somebody, somebody said they want Becky. I saw that.
Oh,
Does Becky want you though? That's the real question, because that's the only way
that
that this
part.
is
That's
going to flow.
that's the leading part. That's the part right there, right?
we could turn
You
it
know my
into
Oh
Who
well, he
Want to
said he's
Date
a
Becky show.
billionaire.
huh?
Billionaire Brandon George.
Oh, oh! She calling you out, Brandon George. You better come correct.
Yes, I understand. Wait, not the angry faces again, Nola Legend. So
What
Russell, I
happened?
understand that women go through
Oh,
changes too. We all, by the way, we're all going through changes, because if you're not
True.
aging, you're dying. Or in fact, we are all going towards that, right? It's an inevitability. Father Time is undefeated.
Hmm.
So that is all going, that's going to be everyone's fate, right? But the
yeah.
point is that
True.
while we're here, we shouldn't be doing things to expedite that process to the
Right.
extent that
Right.
we have any control over it, right? We need to be doing things to prolong our, again, ultimately it's not up to us, right? It's up to the higher power to decide when it's our time. But
Correct.
if you like do everything in your power to live as unhealthy as you possibly can, then you're just speeding up that process, right?
But
So
yo, I'm about to go real quick, but
fine.
while I have you, you have an invitation to be a guest on my podcast. We have a dope studio, a couple couches. You come here and talk your talk. Maybe not on the because you always go live on Wednesdays though, right?
I do, but also, aren't you? You're in the DMV, right?
No, I'm in Jersey.
Okay.
You are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe you don't want to get into that level of detail, but
Right.
where?
I
All
shoot
right,
my
we'll talk.
podcast.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Before people show up at your stew.
Yeah.
Bye,
And I hate
y'all.
to
I'll
do
see
this to
you
you.
later.
I hate to do this to you real quick before I go. You're gonna be mad at me.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I want to see this. Close your mouth, Becky.
Oh, he's
No.
a he's a cowboy. He's a
Close your
giant.
mouth. What?
Look, he
Pause.
was
What's
like
gonna
this.
happen? Wait. Close your mouth. Oh Lord. Close your mouth.
That you must be
Oh,
a Giants fan. It's a Giants.
Oh,
Your
oh.
that's
team
what it is. Okay.
is hot garbage, sir.
Oh,
My God. All right. Bye-bye.
I'm
Goodbye.
gone. You guys have a happy Thanksgiving.
All
Talk
right.
to you guys
Happy
later.
Thanksgiving, y'all. Be safe, be
You.
blessed. Enjoy
Bye,
your
guys.
families.
Okay. Mike. Mike, check 1 2 1 2. All right. So, I appreciate y'all hanging. No, not the Cowboys. Bye-bye. Exactly, Ern. I agree. Anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out. So in conclusion, um, you know, do whatever works for you as long as it's legal, right? Don't be a creep. Don't be a predator. Don't be out here trying to groom, you know, children. Um, find somebody that closely mirrors you intellectually, physically, spiritually, right? And that person could be much younger or older or whatever. Um, thank you, Choice Lifestyle. Um, and tomorrow, don't be a bad, if you're not hosting, don't be a bad guest. Don't come empty-handed. Bring a bottle, bring a dessert, bring something. Don't eat up all the food. Um, every time they come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Don't be taking all the to-go plates when you didn't bring nothing. Don't eat 2 and 3 plates and then blow up somebody's bathroom, right? Just be a good guest. Bring the good vibes. Um, show your gratitude, right? And enjoy your Thanksgiving. I will not see y'all next week because I have something else I have to do for my day job. But I will see y'all the week after. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me per usual. The guy that was just on here is House of Boom. Um, so go search for House of Boom. I'm gonna add him anyway when I, repost it. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. And this live, if you missed the earlier part, will be posted on YouTube. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Happy holidays, and I'm out. These 2 fingers.